Hey guys, Bluffney here with another team review, and today we're going to be looking over a similar team to the one I used last time, but with ZARUDE instead of Dialga. I got a really good ZARUDE. It's 96%, 15 attack, 15 defense, 13 hit points. So I've been wanting to use it for a while, just haven't had the start of the rare candy to power it up. So I finally got enough rare candy during this Master League season, so I wanted to try it out, and it performed quite well. There's a few other things I want to try it with. I want to try it with Reshiram. I want to try it with Ho-Oh. But this team was very fun. So let's take a look at these battles. We have Zarude into Kyogre. This is a really good lead. They switched right into Zacian, and here I like to switch into my Landorus just because Landorus has a little bit of a safer matchup with Zacian. The main issue being that Zacian has Snarl, so Mewtwo is going to be taking super effective for that, and there's a possibility that Mewtwo could get farmed down, which is not a situation I like to be in. Furthermore, I've been finding that a lot of Zacians carry Wild Charge and Close Combat, which Landorus actually hard walls. Unfortunately, this one does have Play Rough, so I will expend the shield here. They will have to shield as well if they want to win switch. They do shield, and I switch right into my Mewtwo. So unfortunately, they switch into their uh, Kyogre. So it would have definitely been better to wait a half tick and then switch into my Zarude. As it stands, I'm going to be able to get this full farm down, which is really nice. Let's see what comes in. They come back in with Zacian, so I'm going to shield up here. And unfortunately, I actually threw the move, but that's okay. Just take out the Zacian. And they have a Dialga in the back. So, yeah, unfortunately, not a game that I could win. Next, we have Zarude into Zacian. Unfortunately, they lag a couple of turns there, which really helps me get the advantage. But as you saw in the beginning, I was also lagging, so not too big of a deal. And so let's see if they want to win this secondary matchup. It's possible that they just didn't see that I switched into Mewtwo, so they thought that I was not switch locked in. So if so, then that's unfortunate. But luckily, I'm able to win that matchup with a slight turn advantage. And they're going to have to expend a shield here on the Dialga. I'm going to switch into my Landorus. They have a Kyogre in the back, so this is definitely not over, even though I got the advantage in the beginning. Uh, Kyogre is going to just barely survive this rock slide, but that will put it into final down range. They actually choose to shield that, which is good because now I can just Vine Whip down this Kyogre. I'm going to shield this because their only play was to Blizzard there, but they surf, so now this surf was not going to hurt too much at all. And then another attack is coming. So I know this isn't a surf because they should be at three surfs. That's not possible. So it's actually a visual glitch. The Dialga comes in. I'm going to be able to take out the Dialga here. Dark Pulse hits for just enough, and then I can farm down the Kyogre. So some unfortunate lag on both ends there, but and some pretty infuriating visual glitches. But good game. Next, we have Zarude into Excadrill. They switch directly to Gyarados, so I'm actually going to throw my move first because if if I can get this move through, then I might be able to farm them down with the Psycho Cuts. But they actually throw their move first, and both of their moves are resist on me. So I just take the move. Now I should be able to safely outpace them to a side strike. So they shield up the first side strike, which means I can safely shield up this. And they go for the crunch. You know, the Octail would do plenty of damage to the Mewtwo, but I'm able to farm up uh, to pretty close to 90% energy. And now I already have another side strike. So I can shield this up. I can get off a few more Psycho Cuts and then get off the side strike. Hopefully I'll be able to get off another side strike on the Excadrill. But I go straight to Landorus. So they have to show me what's in back, or else their Excadrill will be flattened here. This is what makes Landorus so powerful in the end, is just able to one-shot so much with these Earth powers, able to get to these Earth powers so quickly. Taking out the Excadrill, and they have a Melodic in the back. So Melodic is another thing that I'm thinking about pairing up with my Zarude. But as you can see here, against legendaries, Melodic just doesn't quite have the stats to compete. These Dragon Tails aren't doing enough, and this Rock Slide should take it out. But definitely a fun Pokemon. I do love Melodic. So we have Zarude into Ho-Oh. I'm going to immediately switch into my Shadow Mewtwo, and they're staying in. Unfortunately, I give them a whole free Incinerate, which is not ideal. I should have gone up to 7 Psycho Cuts, but I do get a Psycho Cut back, so it's not too bad. Now they come with Dialga, and I can just go for the Side Strikes, because 2 Side Strikes is enough to take out a Dialga from a Shadow Mewtwo. One of the reasons why Shadow Mewtwo is so nice is the Dialga matchup. They shield up the first one, which is good for me, because now I can get off the second one, and they're already below half health. I want to come in with my Landorus here. I have to shield this up, and then I'm going to farm up as much as I safely can before throwing my move. At this point, I hopefully can farm down, but they actually switch into their Kyogre. So this is really good for me. This is my win con. If I can just farm up as much as possible off this Kyogre. It didn't end up farming that much, but let's see how this works out. So they shield up the Dark Pulse, and then this is going to KO. And then I'm able to get to 2 Rock Slides. So the good thing here is that I was able to not take the damage from the Incinerate, because I only threw 1 2-turn Mud Shot, and their Incinerate takes 5 turns. So being able to escape that damage really helped me there. And I was also able to get to the 2 Rock Slides. So switching to my Mewtwo immediately. They're staying in, which is good, because I outpaced them to these Side Strikes. And they shield. So I shield back, and it's a Wild Charge. So I should be able to outpace them to the second Wild Charge. And they go into Lugia, so I'm going to Ice Beam this Lugia. Does a lot of damage, and now this Side Strike will just barely not take them out. So they're pressured to throw here. And I can just shield, because now I can go directly into my Zarude, just eat the damage here. Let's see how this works out. So I could have thrown it at a better time there, but they have to shield up this Dark Pulse. But they don't. They let it go. So now I have a fairly healthy Zarude, fairly healthy Mewtwo, and a full Landorus. They're going to have to shield something. This Power Whip is going to do a lot of damage. Yeah, that's the good thing about Zarude, is that the Power Whips and the Vine Whips are neutral. So actually doesn't have too terrible of a Zacian matchup with an energy advantage. And they have Excadrill in the back. So seeing a lot of Excadrill in the back, and Landorus is able to take care of those Excadrills really easy. I can just go for the the Earth Power here and see if they want to shield up. They do shield up, so now I can safely farm until right before they get to the next rock slide, farming up. And I just throw it immediately because I didn't want to risk them getting an extra mud shot in somewhere that I didn't see. So I take them out, and now I can just throw this side strike. So I kind of messed up there. I should have thrown the side strike immediately instead of doing a psycho cut first and throwing the side strike. I just wasn't timing it properly. I ran the risk of getting my Mewtwo KO'd by the Zacian. But one of the good things about Mewtwo is that it doesn't lose charge move priority to many Pokemon. So yeah, that's why it's really nice to store up a side strike like that. And now we have Zarude into Giratina Origin. Very positive matchup. The Giratina Origin is staying in, so that's making me think that maybe they have something weak to Zarude in the back. I'm trying to farm up as much energy as possible here before possibly making a retreat into Landorus. And they let it go. So now I'm just going to immediately switch into my my Mewtwo. I bait out a Metagross. So I'm expecting this Metagross to shield here, or else they get one shot by the Shadow Ball. They do shield, so that's good. And they throw. So this Meteor Mash is going to take me out. I don't think that they have any energy right now, so I can just take them out with my Landorus. But I decided to come in with my Zarude. So essentially just throwing away my Zarude here, potentially mud-shotting down with Landorus. But they shield. So now they have to throw all their energy here. I think that they're all energy dry again now. And I'm going to one-shot them with this Earth Power. So they come in with Dialga. Now, once again, Landorus showing why it's the GOAT closer, able to take care of both this Dialga and this Metagross. Very nice. We have Zarude into Landorus. So this is a pretty positive matchup. I actually try to catch the superpower here, but I don't. So I just stay in this matchup. This is an okay matchup for Incarnate Landorus. I start throwing these rock slides. Theory Landorus is more fragile than Incarnate Landorus, so these rock slides do quite a bit of damage. Unfortunately, they catch without me seeing onto Zarude, so in the end, that's fine because rock slide is what I want to throw in Zarude anyway. Because this is the only move I'm going to get to, I'm going to go for the Earth Power. It's a little more damage, and then I switch right to my own Zarude because I don't want them farming me down. And it's looking pretty good here. I can actually farm them down now, and they don't get to a move. I'm pretty sure that they overtapped. I'm pretty sure that they should have been at a move. But this Landorus is at 2 superpowers now. Nushing the second superpower, this is kind of dangerous because now they can swap right out. They swap into Dialga, so it's good they have all this energy because I can throw these neutral dark pulses here. And I get off this second Dark Pulse, and now one Side Strike should be able to take out this Dialga. Hopefully I can get there before they reach their move. Yeah, so that ensured me the victory there is being able to reach the Side Strike before they reach um, their move. Because now they have to shield. I can just shield, farm up a whole bunch, because Dialga takes a while to get to its Iron Heads. I decided to throw the Side Strike immediately. I could have farmed a little bit more. Yeah, I just throw the Side Strike. And now I should be able to take this thing out with my own Landorus. Or with Zarude. So now they resign because they realize that if my Landorus didn't take them out with a Rock Slide, my Zarude would take them out with the Vine Whip. So good game. So this is the Zarude mirror. I can just stay in here because my Mewtwo doesn't really want to see the Zarude. And my Landorus doesn't really want to see it either. So just going to stay in. Throw these Power Whips because they're slightly more efficient than the Dark Pulses. So now they're at two power whips because they got through a vine whip. But then I get through a vine whip. So now I'm back to even energy with them. And because my Zarude is 15 attack, I can pretty safely assume I win CMP. They go to Melmetal, and we experienced a lot of lag there, so was not able to switch that quickly myself. It doesn't matter too much because that extra energy on Zarude is really nice, and I should be able to still win this matchup because I can just take these non-stab rock slides and they can definitely not tank the earth powers. I should be able to reach the next earth power before they reach the next rock slide, and I beat Melmetal to CMP. So let's see if they want to let this go. They shield up, so now I can shield up, and I can reach this next rock slide. Next earth power. They switch into Zarude, so I throw the earth power. Not the best move. I could have saved this, but now I switch right back into my own Zarude, and I finish it off with the power whip. So it's nice getting this out of the way, and I get a little bit of farm. I can throw this neutral Dark Pulse here. This should do a good amount of damage to the Melmetal. Almost 6 out of Melmetal. So I'm going to be able to farm them down with Vine Whips if they don't throw. I allow them to throw that, and they give up. So something in the back, I guess, is weak to Zarude with energy. Next we have Zarude into Excadrill. This is a pretty positive matchup. They switch immediately into Togekiss, so I switch into my own Landorus. Kind of a questionable play considering that Shadow Mewtwo has a super effective Ice Beam, but a little bit safer, I guess, to spam out these Rock Slides. And they throw immediately, so now they're energy dry, and I'm still able to get to this Rock Slide. Unfortunately, that puts them in a kind of awkward range where I still have to Side Strike them. But it looks like I'm going to try to farm all the way down. So I'm going to have to shield this move, and then I can farm all the way down, and I should be able to force some shields off of anything that comes in. Yeah, I have 100 energy, so that's really nice. They come in with their Excadrill, so let's see if they want to shield this or not. They don't shield it. So now they actually come into their Giratina origin here. So I'm just going to get this nice damage off the Side Strike. And then I go into my Zarude, and this is game over. Yeah, because I could really farm up there. They would, unless they have Dragon Pulse, they'd only be hitting me for resisted damage. They could have tried to get the Ominous Wind boost there. But now we see the Zarude versus Giratina Origin matchup, and they see him for a while, which is really nice. They swap into Melmetal, which is what we like to see because we can just catch them with this Landorus. Hit him with Earth Power. It's going to do a lot of damage. Boom. Almost takes him out. Just puts it the right amount of health so I can farm them down without taking another Rock Slide. They have a Shadow Mewtwo, so I'm just going to go for the Earth Power, even though they're probably going to shield this up. Yeah, they shielded up. So could have potentially gone for the Rock Slide there, just knowing how fragile Shadow Mewtwo is. But let's see if they shield this one up too. They do shield it up, so really good that. And I'm going to just throw away this Mewtwo. So now I have a Zarude with 2 shields. Hopefully that will be able to take out their back line. Unfortunately, they do get through this move. And I throw my own move, so kind of a bummer there. Luckily, I know it can only be a Side Strike because they can't stack 2 Shadow Balls with each other. And I can let go of this Ominous Wind here. So Zarude, also a great closer, able to take care of both the Mewtwo and the Giratina. Oh. Here they're just spamming Ominous Winds in the hopes that they get a boost. But I get to 2 Dark Pulses here, and that takes them out. So yeah, they knew I had a Zarude in the front, so they really couldn't afford to two shield up their Mewtwo would have survived that rock slide. So yeah, they were unfortunately the Zarude was a real core breaker for them. So here we see the Mamoswine versus Zarude matchup, and this isn't too bad of a matchup because uh, they're going to avalanche me. I go for the Dark Pulse here. This is when I was still running Energy Ball. I didn't realize that energy that Zarude was supposed to be running Power Whip, so I just assumed that they were going to shield anyway. Unfortunately, I suffer a great deal of lag there, and they're able to farm down my Zarude with an Incinerate somehow without me seeing it. But I'm going to be able to take out this Mamoswine with my Mewtwo if they stay in here because I'm able to outpace them to the side strikes. They come into Dialga, so once again, Mewtwo is able to get off these two side strikes. This is going to take out the Dialga if they don't shield, but they do decide to shield. Let's see what I decide to do here. I let it go, so now I have to farm up as much as possible without them reaching a move. I don't want to risk them reaching a move. So now I'm thinking that a Rock Slide should be enough to take out the Mamoswine. You can see the Mamoswine's really chunking my health with these Powder Snows, but luckily I'm able to reach that Rock Slide, and let's see if I'm correct. Yeah, it does take him out. So very close there because Rock Slide doesn't do that much to Mamoswine, but in the end the call was correct. So yeah, it's a fun team. I really like Zarude because it's the only viable grass type in the Master League pretty much besides Chestnut. And Chestnut doesn't have Frenzy Plant yet, so yeah, really like that grass typing. It does well against the Kyogres and my favorite closer, Landorus, doesn't do well against Kyogres, so it's a good combo. The reason why it struggles is because it has low fast move pressure. So a lot of times what you'll find is that you'll almost kill enemies, but your fast moves aren't quite enough to take them out. So that's one thing you have to look out for. In the future, I really want to try this team with Ho-Oh and Reshiram because Ho-Oh and Reshiram complement Zarude very well, and they also have a very good fast move pressure. So yeah, that's something to keep to look out for with this team. If you guys have a Zarude, if you've been using it, if it's been working out for you, please share your teams with me because I'm just super happy to use this Zarude. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.